pretty powerful and gets you in touch with the spirit that you are. Consider sharing who you are with our board. Our board is looking for new membership and new input. If you'd like to serve here in a way that may be behind the scenes but really makes a huge impact, consider being with the board and bringing that. I do want to share one quote because it was so powerful. I just want to share it. This is from Ernest Holmes. There is that within me which knows, understands, accepts, believes, recognizes, and embodies. I know and I know that I know. I believe and I know that I believe. I am confident of the power of my own word and have implicit reliance on the truth. I expect the truth to operate. That's from Ernest Holmes. Have a good one, everybody.
Thank you, Brian.
Testing, testing.
Sorry, that wasn't good.
You gotta set it down. There you go. There you go.
This side?
Yep, go ahead. There you go.
Boy, that's worth getting right, isn't it? You guys hear? Can you guys hear me? Good, okay. Good morning, everyone. The prayer this morning, my prayer this morning is about love. The reason I am here, and I believe the reason you are here, is love. I come here to remember who I am, to remember who everyone else is here, and that we are united in this deep, powerful love of spirit. When we are here, we know, we recognize that spirit in each other, and the recognition of love in each other helps us know that we are one. With this love, with this power, we are able to do what we are here for. We are able to use our talents. We are able to bless people and to know that this is a powerful blessing. And knowing that, I bless this service today. I bless everyone who's taking part in it, everyone who has given their time, their thought, their energy to this wonderful service, and the people behind the scenes. And I bless the people that keep our center looking beautiful, and our flowers and plants and bushes looking beautiful. I bless everyone here. And the blessing I have is to remind us all that we are continually blessed, and that the purpose of this evocation is to remind us that we are blessed and we are with Spirit at all times. And so knowing that, and knowing that is very special for this service today, please remember it and say with me, and so it is.
Thank you, Marilyn. Good morning. If you could please rise and kind of get some energy moving. Yeah, we're going to do a song we've done before. This is called I Am Magnificent, because you are. And I think we'll be ready in a moment. And how's everybody doing? Good. Yeah, good.
Magnificent.
Magnificently, yes, thank you. Good answer. It was perfect, just like we rehearsed it. Perfect timing there. All right, well, so this song is super simple. I am magnificent, yeah, yeah, yeah. I am magnificent, yeah, yeah, yeah. I used to think
Right. So once again, my earpiece, there we go. I think that's better. That better? Yeah. Okay. It's very complicated. Thank you, Susan. Let's give her another round of applause, right? Magnificent we. Oh my gosh. All right. So I'm just grateful to be here. My name is Gil William Olmstead. I am the spiritual director here at Rio Grande. My pronouns are he and him. And I like to start our service off with just the reminder of who we are. So from New Thought, we have some basic tenets that kind of get you the whole idea in a nutshell. There's lots more to learn, but the nutshell. And that is one, there's one God. We got that? Doesn't matter what you call it. The one energy of spirit, the activity of nature, the whatever we call it, it is spirit. 2, we have a creative aspects to ourselves because we are imbued with spirit. And so how we think about our world, how we view it, affects the outcomes of what we actually experience. So we have to be careful and think about occasionally what we're thinking. Sometimes we discover that what we're thinking isn't having the best effect on what we'd like to be experiencing. So it's good to check those two together and see if maybe if we just revisit what we're thinking, we can adjust it. Thirdly, everything ultimately is an act of love. Sometimes it looks like someone is loving you, and sometimes it looks like somebody is just screaming at you for love. But either way, it's still on the spectrum of love, because that's all there is. And so we hold that to be true, and we hold one another in that truth. And finally, we are all whole, perfect, and complete right where we are. The beauty of that is there's nothing to gain. There's nothing that you need to find. There's no things you have to fix. Because in your core, you're whole, perfect, and complete. Now, how we express sometimes needs a little work. But the reality of who we are is whole, perfect, and complete. And so with that, I just take this moment to say thank you for being here. Welcome, everyone. I see a couple faces I haven't seen in a little bit. Welcome you. So glad to have you, Gracie. Certain people I miss when they're not here. She has such a bright, shiny face. And there's others here who might be new. I know Denise hasn't been with us for a while. It's good to see you, too. Out there, I don't know who's new because I can't see you, but welcome anyway. We're glad that you're here. Anybody new with us today? We got one. There you go. Excellent. 2, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. We really do. And one of the things we like to do is bless everyone. And so especially you, we'd like you to receive this blessing from us. We're going to rub our hands together. And we're going to send energy. And we're going to say, we see you. We know who you really are. You are a divine emanation of spirit. And we are grateful for you. We love you. And we welcome you to Rio Grande. Thank you. And now Marilyn's going to come forward because apparently it's Marilyn's day. So here she comes.
All right, thank you.
Did it go again? This is not good today.
No, I suppose I could yell. It's just a little scary.
No, he's bad. Yeah.
No?
Try that.
Can you hear me?
No. Okay. We'll have to.
I'll bring this. I'll see how close I can get to you.
We're adjusting.
Sure. Do you want to hand hold it? Can you? Okay. You can be where
should I just stay right here? Okay. I don't know. All right. Vision and mission statement. Yeah? All right. Boy, I didn't bring it with me. Here we go. We should know this after all these years, our vision, transforming our world with the power of love in action, and our mission, loving all creation through spiritual growth and service, always staying true to our highest self. And I have a reading today. I have been, let's see if I can take this over here.
No, I think you're stuck.
Am I okay? All right, I'm good. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good, Susan. I just. Go ahead. Okay. I just put my book down is all. There we go. It's all right. Thank you. So I've been thinking about potentiality and the law of potentiality and how there's how there is how there are infinite possibilities for us in the world, and how we don't know what's going to happen. We can intend what we would like to happen, and our intentions are powerful. So I found a reading today about intention. Let's see, it's here. And this is from Deepak Chopra's book, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, which is in the bookstore. I'm sure there's still copies in the bookstore. Intention is the real power behind desire. Intent alone is very powerful because intent is desire without attachment to the outcome. Desire alone is weak because desire in most people is attention with attachment. Intent is desire with strict adherence to all the other laws, but particularly the law of detachment, which is the 6th spiritual law of success. Intention combined with detachment leads to life-centered present moment awareness. And when action is performed in present moment awareness, it is most effective. Your intent is for the future. This is really the part I wanted you to hear. Your intent is for the future, but your attention is in the present. As long as your attention is in the present, then your intent for the future will manifest, because the future is created in the present with your intention. You must accept the present as is, accept the present and intend the future. The future is something you can always create through detached intention, but you should never struggle against the present. Thank you. And we have music from Susan now, right?
Yeah, yes, as far as we know, yes. I'm going to do one of my songs for you. This is called Child of God. Whenever I start to beat myself up, I need to shout from the inside out. I am an expression of divine perfection. I am joyful, I am love. So many blessings from up above. No doubt about it, I'm a child of God. Whenever I feel like giving up, I need to take a drink from God's loving cup. Forgive myself for mistakes in the past, knowing that I was doing my best. So much love from all around. No doubt about it, I'm a child of God. Child of God. Child of God. No doubt about it, I am a child of God. 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 Sing it with me now. No doubt about it, I'm a child of God. I might have to remind myself 100 times a day. Whenever I slip, I will stop and take the time to say, I am peaceful, I am relaxed. I claim my blessings and release my past. Whenever I start feeling low, I need to take a deep breath and let it go. See the beauty that's all around. Open my mouth and make a joyful sound. So many blessings from up above. No doubt about it, I'm a child of God. child of God, child of God, child of God, no doubt about it. I am a child of God, child of God, child of God, child of God, singing with me now. No doubt about it, I'm a child of God. No doubt about it, I'm a child of God. No doubt about it, I'm a child of God. Ooh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Susan Clark. Susan Clark. Am I on? Okay. Thank you so much, Susan. Yeah, yeah. How much did that? No, I'm just kidding. That's right. Wow, how beautiful. What an absolutely perfect rendition of what life is like, right? It's a constant opportunity. Yeah, we like to say opportunity because that sounds better than, it's a constant prod in your butt that you get to renew yourself and refresh your thinking and look at what's going on and realize, I am a child of God. Oh. So I read that there's a way to tell that the speed of light is faster than the speed of sound. Did you know that? Well, first of all, we all know how thunder and lightning works, right? The lightning comes, then the thunder comes. However, often when you meet people, their brilliance touches you, and then they open their mouths. And that's how we know that there's that difference in... All right. So today we're talking about, I'm talking about light. Bring on the light. That's what I'm talking about today. That's not exactly what was in the bulletin, but that's okay. Yesterday I had this experience of spending time with the youth that have been around here on and off. They were here on Friday night helping with Solid Grounds and did a fantastic job. They will be back in a few weeks to do the same. But this is the 505 Youth Volunteer Corps. And yesterday we went to the Roadrunner Food Bank. And wow, what an interesting experience. First of all, you think about expressing light. You think about bringing the light to where we are. And we showed up there, and I realized, as I reflected on it, that the food bank is set up to amplify your light. Because they have an incredibly warm and inviting entry and a place where you can check in. And then they have a place for everyone to sit and be guided with what they're going to be doing next. You know, but it's not just a speech. It's a little bit of encouragement and fun. And then we get to go off and do the work. But the reality is that they hold this container that's so incredible. And so we're there with this youth group, and at the same time, there's a confirmation class from a Catholic group that's there, and there's a whole group of people from the Jewish Community Center who are there. And so we get to commune with all these different people, and we shined our light into more pinto beans than you've ever seen. I guarantee it. You've never seen this many. But we determined that we bagged over 1,600 two-pound bags of pinto beans while we were there, between all of us that were in the room. Thank you. It's a great experience, yes. The kids showed up, they did it, and they're ready to go again. They're ready to go again. So what is it when we bring the light? What is it when we bring our light? What is that about? You know, one of the things that I think about is in the Bible, and I have the reference, I think it's Matthew 5:14, Jesus says, "You are the light. You are the light." We've all heard, "I am the light." But you are the light. And that's because The reality is, all of us are the light. Even as Jesus came and said, I am the light, he was simply speaking the truth of who we are. And that light is what shifts our world. Because the light is the energy of spirit. Light is just energy, right? It's waves, and it's simply energy. You ever touch a light bulb after it's been on for a while? Hot. So there's heat that's produced. LEDs, a little better at that, but they get hot sometimes, and because light is truly a form of energy. And even as we express our light, our energy shows up in the room. Wherever we show up, wherever we're holding our own time with ourselves, whenever we're in prayer, meditation, or reading, our light is filling that space. And we are allowing ourselves to share that. And as we can share that light, others have the opportunity to receive it. And we have the opportunity to receive others' light. So it's constantly flowing. It's a constant flow and circulation. So I think I may have shared this, but Robert reminded me that my dad used to talk about the light bulb and how it worked. Did you know that a light bulb is a vacuum? Yeah, it sucks up all the darkness. That's why when a light bulb goes out, it has that dark spot in it, because it's got all the darkness it can handle. And why your porch light only goes so far. It can only suck so much in. Okay, that's not really true. However, the idea of the light bulb, the idea of light emanating, it fills that space, which otherwise appears dark. It is able to fill in where we don't see the energy and the power that we'd like to see. But as we show up in that space, we bring the light. We bring it on. I have a couple more things I want to say that I know are in here, and so I'm going to find them. So hang on. Hang on with me. Oh, so good. It's so good, and the print is so small. Okay. So, I love this quote from Martin Luther King. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. So when we hit those places where our thought is, how do we make this person understand that they're wrong? Right? You've been there once or twice. I know Doug has, because I see him laughing really hard up here. So how do we do that? Well, we can't. We can't really prove to somebody that they need to be different somehow. We can't really make somebody do a different thing. All we can do is bring ourselves, bring our own light to the situation, and offer others the opportunity to experience that. And that's, as Martin Luther King talks about, that's how every real shift and change in our world happens, is when we show up. You go back to Gandhi and the Indian community, the whole Indian country, without lifting any arms, drove the British out. Now, Americans apparently weren't that good because we used guns. But the idea that they met what was coming at them with something that was different. And our light is that thing that's different. It brings a power and a sense of love that changes a situation. It changes people's feelings. It changes people's understandings. It gives people an opportunity to be someone that they didn't even know they could be. Oh, yeah, these? Yeah, thank you. Don't worry at home, I'm okay. All right. So, Ernest Holmes says this. Ernest Holmes, who wrote The Science of Mind, he said, spirituality is natural goodness. God is not a person. God is a presence personified in us. A presence personified in us. That's the light. It's the presence of spirit personified in us. Spirituality is not a thing. It is the atmosphere of God's presence, goodness, truth, and beauty. So it is our showing up. That's where the spirituality hits the road, because that's the reality, is we show up, and then that presence of our light is what changes the room. It's what changes each and every person that we encounter. It's what changes our own experience of what's happening in the moment. And I find it to be quite amazing that this is possible. Are we really prepared to be the light? What do you have to do to be the light? Anybody know? Be. How many of us try to be something? Yeah? You ever tried to be? How'd that work out? You ever try to show up as something other than yourself? You know, and I know other people have had this experience, but that's one of the experiences I had when I stood before you 2 years ago. It was that I had to decide, was I going to try to be what I thought this place needed, or was I going to show up as who I am? And it was really more fun to show up as who I was, who I am. And that's, I think, the reality, is that when we show up, that loving light is, what's the word I want? It's catches people, right? What do you say? What's the word? Infectious. It's infectious. Because we're standing in that place of reality. You know, we've been talking about this whole imperfection thing this month. And when is it that we are most attracted to someone when we're with them? What's the word we often use about how they're acting when we're we like them, they're great, that was fun to watch, whatever. They're real. We often say they're real. Well, what is real? Real is standing in the truth of who they are, regardless of circumstances. You know, if we're up here and the microphone doesn't work, whatever the deal is, we're real and we work through it. Instead of trying to be something, trying to make something perfect, the imperfection is the reality that in fact becomes the perfect event which allows our light to shine. How's that for a conundrum? Right? The imperfection is the place where our reality and our light is witnessed in a way that allows people to see it and believe it. And that then becomes the perfection. So when we go to whole, perfect, and complete, where is the imperfection? It's not. As much as we tell ourselves, as much as we try to create a story about how we should be better and we should do other things, or the story that says we shouldn't try that because we don't know enough to try it yet. We shouldn't do that thing over there because other people are more experienced. I really don't want to take on that job because so-and-so down the street does it, and they've been doing it for 20 years, and I don't know anything about it. Well, they're going to do it differently. And that's okay. It's our unique light that the world needs. The world doesn't need another person to be identical to someone else in what they're doing. People need to hear the authentic, or see or witness the authentic light of who we are as we bring that forward. And it's about the authentic light, not the manufactured light. And it occurs to me, interestingly enough, as we sit here with our fluorescent lights, or well, what used to be fluorescent lights anyway, out, and we have our outdoor light coming in, how much more do we enjoy that natural light over the artificial light? The artificial light sometimes serves a purpose, but it can't compare, it can't match the natural light. And our light, your particular light is in that spectrum of light that people need somewhere. Someone needs it. Someone really needs that energy, that wavelength of energy to support them in knowing who they are. And you get to share that. You get to share it. Not me, not someone else, but you. And when we hold it back, we deny others their gift. And in denying others a gift, we cut off a flow. And we begin to realize that things don't seem to be gifting to us, if you will. We don't seem to be experiencing that coming back into us because we've cut it off. And so my thought is that we are called upon to bring on the light wherever we are. Wherever we are. Whether it's here, whether it's at the grocery store, whether it's at the food bank, whether it's with a bunch of people we know or a bunch of people we don't know, we're still called to bring our light and to share it and to trust that it's enough. Your light is enough. We don't have to wait until we can get it, tweak it up a little more, or until we can adjust the spectrum a little bit. No, none of that needs to happen. It's already good where it is. And the more we allow it to shine, the more I believe, in my experience, it adjusts us as well. As it comes through us, we're able to adjust those things that maybe feel a little off when we're sharing that authentic light. So it's like a self-adjusting, what self-adjusts out there? I don't know. Something that self-adjusts. A level. Okay, self-adjusting level on a yeah. Okay. What's that? Water. Water seeks its own level. Okay, yeah. There you go. Self-adjusts. Unless you're in Florida and then you're already underwater, and that's all. So, my thought today is that, but I do have something I want to leave you with. So, allow me a moment while I find it so that I don't mess it up. How can I mess it up, right? I just told you all you can't do that. Oh, goodness gracious. The light shines in the darkness. That's from John, but that wasn't what I was looking for. So you are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure about who you are. We were born to manifest the glory of God that is within us. And that's Marianne Williamson. I believe that is the light that she's referring to. We were born to share it. We were born to embody the Spirit and to allow it to be. So we are it. So with that, I would like us to take a moment and just reflect and be in prayer around this whole concept. And I invite any practitioners or ministers that want to hold the space around the room. And as they do that, I'm just knowing that this is that symbol of how we are always held in spirit. Always held in spirit. So right now I give thanks. I give thanks for all that is. I give thanks for the life of the life force that flows in, as, and through all things. This incredible, creative mind of God which is present everywhere. That is present as each one of us, that is in fact uniquely expressing as each one of us. And that this energy is flowing out of us into the world. It is allowing us to bring healing and health and wholeness into the world just by authentically showing up and shining our light. Just by listening to the person next to us. Just by noticing someone and smiling. Just by putting beans into a bag. We get to shine as spirit everywhere we are when we show up authentically. So I'm knowing for each and everyone in this space, those who are online, those who see this later, that there is only perfection expressing as each one. That there is a light in each one that is pushing to get out, that is desiring to be fully present. And so I know right here and right now that we open the space within ourselves. We allow that light to flow. Each one of us stands in the space of knowing that our light is the desired light in the moment where we are, and we give it freely. And that we are, in fact, healed and touched both by our own light and the light of others who are surrounding us. Because Spirit is everywhere present, and it's everywhere holding us. And so I declare this to be the truth of who we are. And as I do that, I'm thinking about Carol Ann Armijo, who recently had surgery on her knee. And I'm thinking about Cheryl Ray, who's having this struggle with her tooth. And I'm thinking about Marilyn Kirk, who's been working with her back for months now. And each one within our midst and beyond who's struggling with physical pain, we right now declare that the light of love is present where they are. That the light of Spirit is present right now as them. And that this light shines into the darkness of whatever appears to be happening within them. And so I'm declaring them that the health and the wholeness that is theirs is revealed right here and right now. And I know that this light shines in the midst of all of the turmoil in our world. And that we can't meet what seems like hate being thrown around in different countries. We can't meet it with hate. We have to meet it with love. We have to meet it with the light. We have to bring to the places that appear dark the light. And so I declare right here and right now that we shine our light into the political realm of this country, into the social realm of this country, into all realms of this country, and we shine it into the world, that it may bless and hold everyone and bring forth a new light, a new opportunity, a new consideration of perfection, which will allow people to let go of their, whatever they're hanging on to, let go of the smallness that they've decided to hang on to somehow, and realize that they are big enough. They don't have to prove themselves bigger than anyone else. They just have to be as big as they are. We just have to be as big as we are. There's nobody else we can compete with. And so knowing this to be true, I simply give thanks for it. I give thanks for this truth, and I honor it. And I bless each one of us here, each one online, each one well beyond this place. All those in spiritual communities everywhere, all those who have not found a spiritual community, we bring them right now into community. That they have something that holds them. They have that spirituality, that light within them. And we're grateful for it. And we're grateful for each and every one. And so I simply let this be, releasing this into the law, knowing that it's already done. And I say, and so it is. Amen. Thank you. And Mr. Mark
Mr. Good?
is here for our board minute.
Yes.
And I think this is working. Is this working now?
Is this working? Oh, nice. Okay, sweet. Yeah, Gil lied to you. We actually packed 1,680 bags of beans. So he does that a little bit, underestimates from time to time. So the really cool thing, and what I want to share with you today is being in the light. Those same group of kids next Saturday are going to be at Placitas Community Church, and we're going to be packing 2,400 kits for care packages for refugees and all of that. And so there is a little bit of a youth energy kind of going around and being here in this place. They're going to be here on the 23rd, hosting Solid Grounds. In terms of us and our finances, last year at this time, I had to issue a special appeal because we were $3,000 short. This year we're not $3,000 short. We're meeting our expenses. We're not way above that, but we are meeting our expenses this year. So that's definitely a step forward in the light. So that's really great. And sometime in the next month, I'm going to be, as our authorized representative, I'm going to be, we just finished, thanks to Maria Dion, she connected us with a great realtor, and we have negotiated an extension for the lease here for an additional 3 years with another 3-year option after that. So our home, where we are, we don't have to move or rebuild or do anything like that. So that's happening. So how do we keep staying in the light? Keep giving. Come to the Monday night or Thursday morning class. I've been going on Monday night when Gil is there, but I went on Thursday morning, and Nancy and Johanna rock. Nothing personal, but they were pretty awesome. And we're going to be having a larger, fuller, more energetic pledge campaign this fall, and that'll be coming out. And we really want to be able to just plan for our needs, meet our expenses, and continue to grow as a community and all. So definitely today, shining in the light.
There I am. Okay. Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much. And just a note, our last couple of weeks, or this last week and the next week, we're looking at if we can pull in about $3,000 each week. We are golden for everything going ahead. So just have that in mind as you look at what's going on. But like we said, we brought in more to date than we brought in all of last year in July. So that's pretty fantastic. And meanwhile, as we move towards our offering, I'm inviting everyone to find their gift, if they have something with them to give, if they don't, or something that represents it, and hold it here. And I want to welcome all the people that are at home with us. Thank you, Lou and Marilyn, and Sue, and Shimon, who's hanging out at home. Susan's with him. We have Carol and Paul, and we have Karen and Rebecca and Yvette. See that? She's watching even though you're here. All right. And Suzanne and Sherry, I think they're in California, some that are watching. And Cheryl Ray somehow has managed to pull herself together to watch, so she must be feeling a little okay. So we're hoping that you're feeling better and everyone's doing well out there. Thank you so much for being with us. Let's get our gifts together and let's share our abundance affirmation. I am abundant, and I give from my abundance. I am prosperous, and I give from my prosperity. I am blessed, and I give from my blessings. My blessings of spirit are as abundant as the stars, and so I give and receive generously, and so it is. Susan?
I gave you a little taste of this pre-service, but after listening to Gil, I pulled up The Real Deal by India Ari. This is called I Am Light. One of my favorite all-time songs. I am light, I am light. 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 I am not the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. No, no, no. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. Yes, you can sing anytime you feel like it with me. I am light, I am light. I am not the color of my eyes. I'm not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside is all light. I am divinity defined. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light, pure, brilliant sunlight, shining through the trees. I am light, shining your light with others, makes this world a better place, a better space. I am light. I am light, and so are you. Thank you. Such a great song.
And so as we know we are the light, we know that each and every gift represents the light that's in these baskets. Every gift of love and compassion and talent that's shared in this room and outside this room and in the community is the light. And so we give thanks for all of it, and we simply receive it with grace and thanksgiving and saying, so it is. Amen.
What a blessing it's been to be here today with everyone. And so good to hear the names of the people online. It's great to have you online. We know you, we feel you. We're glad you're here too. Let's see, I want to remind you to come to our prayer garden where the practitioners will be to pray with you. What I really got today from Reverend Gill and all our music is this light is not a metaphor. That's not a metaphor. This is real. This is a real light. This is a real vibration. We maybe don't see it yet, but if you can start to tune into it, you're going to be able to feel it. And so this, when we pray for each other, it's powerful. When we pray for those people who ask us for prayer and we pray together, it's powerful. I've seen it. I've seen it. So I just want to remind you all that this is real. You are really the light. You really are. So come for prayer. There's a place in the back where you can write your prayer out, put it in the prayer box, and we pray for you. The practitioners will pray for you, or you can go online and ask for a prayer. So please do that. And then also, remember that there's food back in the social hall, and there's conversation, and it's fun to get back and talk to people after that. So I just want to remind you of all of that. And I think with that, we have a closing song from Susan. And thank you, Susan, for all
You're
that
welcome.
wonder.
Yes, if you please stand again, and let's go out with some energy. I'm going to be looking over my shoulder here. One light living as you and me, one light shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me, 'cause God is all there is. Again, one light shining as you and me, one light shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me, 'cause God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out, I'm so happy, I just gotta shout. Hey! One life living as you and me, one light shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me, 'cause God is all there is. One life living as you and me, one light shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me, 'cause God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out, I'm so happy, I just gotta shout. Hey! One life living as you and me, one light shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me, 'cause God is all there is, 'cause God is all there is, 'cause God is all there is.
Let us go out with this affirmation. I am the light of spirit shining wherever I go.
Wherever I go.